Hi students. So in continuation to our previous models where we discussed in brief about tourism product, its characteristics and its chain, what are the main elements in the tourism product in general when we are developing tourism product. So what are the various issues need taken into considerations by the product developers. So with that, now let me just introduce the tourism product development out of spontaneous attractions. So how it happens in tourism industry. So with this topic, the learning objective of this model is to understand the creation of tourism product out of spontaneous attractions. Right. So what are these, spontaneous attractions? The product, the base factors under this segment is element of spontaneous attractions like nature and then culture, heritage, and so on. So elements of derived attractions. So it is completely different from infrastructure and organizational and man-made. So that is the nature-made and nature-made is a spontaneous, and then elements of derived attractions are man-made, like ports and then various attractions made by the individuals, like theme parks and then film cities, and then there are many the man-made attractions on the destinations like infrastructure and organization system and everything. So we just look at the tourist product based on these two important elements. Then we see that what are the things that are taken into consideration building of the tourism products. So fundamental elements of the tourist products under this the spontaneous attractions like you can see that the elements of spontaneous attractions, the natural like climatic and landscape, and then thermal resources and healthcare resources. So you can see that all other eco-related dimensions, environment related. So the culture related like historical, artistic, and folklore and cultural events, and these are all the two the categories like nature and then culture related and spontaneous attractions. So based on this, we are just looking at the tourism products and events. Like tourism products are a combination of two components like setting and activity. So eco destinations and the natural environment, natural conditions, beaches and then seaside. So the mountains and then Himalayas range. So all these are the settings, the natural settings, and there if you just organize activities for the individuals. So you can see that the product is designed out of this natural setting, right? So further, if you just look at the setting, like a build environment like snowfalls and then various natural dimensions, heritage sites like natural the conditions. So the wildlife related. So all these are natural. So those are the basis for the designing the product. So then if you look at the built environment like so theme park, resorts and infrastructure, like these are other dimensions. Then if you see that the carrying capacity, the built environment and natural environment, you can see that it has got its own carrying capacity. The carrying capacity also taken into consideration when we are designing a product, right? Because the destination has its own limit in receiving the tourist. Natural setting is the many tourists are accepting of a small number of people around them, and then but generally they travel to natural setting to experience some degree of solitude and then so we'll see that these are all various dimensions, right? So with this, let me stop here and thank you very much. I'm looking forward to meet you in video 59 to discuss about other elements of attractions which are largely the man-made and how those are becoming ingredients in designing and developing a tourism product. So we just look at those aspects in the coming slide. So thank you very much.